Hey, guys, I am so excited for you to join me today. I'm actually streaming live on Facebook. So, what I want to know is first of all, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to, let me see, I'm going to slide this over here while people are jumping on. There's 18 people on so far. So thankful. As the numbers are populating, let me know if you can see my screen. It should say the real story, how to find products that make $50 per day, even if you've never sold online before. So I want to make sure that I can hear you and see you in the chat. Let me see. Okay, the chat is here. Jennifer says she can see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. And if you can see, then I assume that you can hear me as well. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and get started, but I want to say, guys, thank you so much for joining me in 2020. I'm so excited to share the real story with you guys, how to find products that make $50 per day, even if you've never sold online before. I am here live, and what I want to do, I actually want to cut all these lights off. So I'm going to, when I cut the lights off, I'm going to be dark. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop the camera and turn the lights off, and then I'll be here at the end to answer any questions that you have. But there's a bright light here and a bright light here and a bright light there, bright lights everywhere, right? Okay, so I'm going to start turning these lights off. See, as you can see, it's getting dark. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop the camera, but please know that I am here as I finish turning these lights off, and then I will come back at the end and answer any questions that you have. So without further ado, we're going to get started with the real story, how to find products that make $50 per day, even if you've never sold online before. So this is your e-commerce system, step by step. I'm going to share with you why my products made $1.3 million in sales on Amazon and why most people fail. So who wants to learn how to sell on Amazon? Let me know in the chat box right now if you want to learn how to sell on Amazon. Because see, I've done my research. There's a lot of courses out there, but they don't get it. They don't hit the mark that they want to hit. But this webinar is all about making sure that you get your step-by-step system and the success that you're really after. Yes, so Lorraine is saying me, Jennifer's saying me, Jenny's saying me, Mike is saying me. Yes, Michelle, me. Everybody's saying me. So this webinar, you're here because you want to make more money on Amazon. And this is an interactive web class. So please leave your questions and comments in the chat. Judith, it's me. Sabina's me. Patty's me. Tamara's me. Yes. Okay. So what I want you to do, guys, I want you to give me your attention. Put away your cell phone. Shut down all social media. Lock yourself in the bathroom if you have to, because this webinar is that important. Because I'm going to share with you, this is another name that I could have named this webinar, how to cha-ching the crap out of your products with no uphill battles, no struggling, just fun and huge profits. And there's one other thing that I could have named this webinar, how I went from a Candy Crush addict to $1 million e-commerce seller. Now, are you wasting time playing those silly games online or looking for a way to earn extra money from home? Do you think that you don't have time to sell on Amazon? Well, guys, I used to think the same thing, but then I gave up Candy Crush and I found all kinds of time. Do you get this? It's all about a step-by-step system to becoming $1 million e-commerce seller. And it really works. So I wanted to also share with you how I sold one product over 7,000 times on Amazon while cruising the seas and enjoying my family. I'm going to be showing you this stuff because it's a system that works. And I want to show you some real stuff here, the real truth. One final thing, my $1 million private label secrets, so you don't have to make the mistakes that I did. Now, I hope you get the point here because this is really, really important. I'm saying right now, you know what? I'm sick and tired of all the BS that's on the market, the hopes and the dreams that are being sold to people without the detailed systems to back them up. I'm kind of like putting my middle finger up right now and saying, you know what? I'm going to ante all that stuff and show you the real way, because I bet you've been on a lot of trainings or webinars that started out with these big promises and got you all excited only to let you down because the content wasn't there and they weren't teaching you a darn thing, but they had something for sale, right? Well, toward the end of this, I will share how to get our exact system, but whether you invest in yourself or not, You will learn some things that will greatly increase your chances of making some real money on Amazon. So who is excited to learn to sell on Amazon? If you're excited to learn how to sell on Amazon, I want you to type yes in the chat box right now. I'm excited. I'm pumped up. The reason I'm so excited is because I want to welcome you to the last Amazon FBA training that you will ever need to attend. I'm going to show you how to make a massive amount of money selling on Amazon once and for all without the mistakes that I had to make. And I see Lorraine, Cindy, Lois, Tamara, Galaxy S8. Yes, Patty. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, guys. Okay. Maybe you heard me tell my $1 million story on stage in Atlanta. It was incredible to stand on stage in front of hundreds of people and say, you know what? I made it. I made it. I absolutely made it through the crap, but I made it. And here's how I did it. Maybe that's why you're here right now. You're over watching other people succeed on Amazon. Okay, so this is my sweet baby Bentley and wearing my Amazon Queen tiara. So maybe that's why you're here, because you saw a Facebook ad with Bentley wearing an Amazon Queen tiara. So who is this webinar for? Maybe you desperately want to make a difference in the world. I know that feeling. I desperately wanted to make a difference because for me, succeeding in e-commerce, it was so important because I knew that I could make a difference in the world. And you know who else this webinar is for? Maybe you're looking for some more time or more money. You've been looking for a better way to operate your business so that you genuinely get more time and money. So another couple of things that's really important here, and I hope this hits home for a ton of people, e-commerce sellers who are having success selling on Amazon, but they want to take their business and sales to the next level. Because if you're brand new to e-commerce and you just need a clear path and step-by-step system to get you selling very fast products profitably online. So my best clients understand and they're willing to have some skin in the game. You're not satisfied with your average, ordinary life. Guys, you deserve more. You want to work from home and you want to spend more time with your family. So this is an amazing lady named Tennille. So Tennille, if you're watching on the line right now, a massive cha-ching to you. Tennille gets to stay home with her 3 beautiful children, and it's all because of e-commerce. She actually has her own private label product selling on Amazon, and she does some other work from home items as well. Does any of this sound familiar? Now, who is this webinar not for? Guys, if you're looking for if you're chasing the next shiny object, you know, the red Ferrari in front of your mansion, this is so not for you. People who complain and make excuses, this webinar is not for you. If you're consistently looking for a way and you're tired of playing small and you're just gathering information, this webinar is not for you. And maybe if you're on your last penny, this webinar is not for you either, because the bottom line is if you're not serious about starting or growing your Amazon business to 5, 6, or 7 figures in the next 12 months, then this webinar is not for you. Someone says, I need a kick in the butt to move up my game. I'm already selling on Amazon, but not very successfully. Yes, we will definitely address that in this webinar. Okay, guys, this is a no BS webinar. Actually, this is me from January of 2017. I live in South Carolina on the coast, and it rarely snows. So I'm going to be really, really honest with you. This was like the one snow of a year that we got, but I love standing outside and taking a picture in the snow and playing in the snow, because making money online for me is not about making money. It's not about, oh, how much money can I make? Because sometimes we go out there and we start new things and we don't know what we don't know. So I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to be real with you. And on this webinar, I'm going to help you create your private label product. I'm going to help you create it quickly. And I'm going to help you avoid the pitfalls that I had to do. Now, I want to help you bypass all the bull crap that you don't even know that you don't know yet. Does that sound good to you? Oh my gosh, yes. So I've got Val's like, exactly, I want to learn from your mistakes. That's the point, guys. You get to learn from all of my mistakes that I have tripped over so many times, and I've had so many mistakes in the past 20 years that I've been selling online. But guys, this webinar is about you becoming a superhero and creating your own product. And I hope this hits home. And for the guys that are watching right now, man is nothing else but what he makes of himself. So for the dudes, it's like, this is going to give me a system so that I can make something of myself finally. And I want to show you how to do that right now. So listen, guys, let me be clear. I'm not about to show you how to sprinkle some magical unicorn poop on your computer and miraculously make $1 million product. I'm not going to say, oh, here's your $1 million product. I want to share with you how to do it yourself. My goal for you is to teach you how to earn your first dime online, not to do it all for you. So I literally want you to take a look at this picture. This is an actual product. It comes from thisiswhyimbroke.com. Guys, this is not a get-rich-quick system. But I can show you how to private label your own unicorn poop candy or your own unicorn poop soap. So who is Becky Thames? Who is this girl screaming at me from the other side of the computer? Many of you already know who I am, but for those of you who are listening to the recording or those listening right now, who the heck am I? Who is this Becky Thames? I'm going to be sharing you some exciting things right now. I'm the Amazon queen. I'm married with 2 boys, and my nephew is 12, and he also lives with us. So I have 3 boys and Big Papa that lives in the home with me. I live in Goose Creek, South Carolina, and I am passionate about helping people live full and authentic lives. I am the founder of the Ecom Seller Propeller Program, the founder of PrivateLabelCourse.com, founder of the DriveAt5.com. Maybe you've been watching me live on Facebook doing live videos for the past 2 years. I'm also the founder of BeckyThames.com because really I don't think anybody else can do it except for me. So I have had some amazing wins in my time. I was able to purchase my dream car, which was a black Cadillac. Another win, I was able to receive my $1 million club recognition in Baltimore, Maryland. It was fan-freaking-tastic. But I'm not just stand up here and tell you about all these amazing things that I went through and that I received and leave out all the stuff that I had to go through. Does it seem fair to you if I showed you all the good stuff like everybody else does online and leave out all the bad? No? Right. So I'm going to tell you the truth, which other people aren't going to tell you, and I've had it. I've absolutely had it. So let me take a sip of water right here. I'm going to show you another amazing win right here. This is Big Papa. In July of 2016, I was able to retire my husband from the fire service and bring him home. He's been home since July of 2016, and I love every single minute of it. But guys, I've also had some devastating falls. If you notice, this was a post that I put on Facebook back in 2015. It's been liked over 700 times. I'll read a part of it to you, but basically it said, I had an amazing husband, 2 very active boys. When I first started online, I stayed up late and I listed items on eBay. I woke up early and I listed. I just kept listing and listing and listing, kind of like Forrest Gump, just kept running and running and running. And it took me hours sometimes. I wanted to smash the computer with a hammer sometimes. I even cursed a few times. But I walked away from the computer. I took a break. I came back. I started listing again and again and again. And I made my first sale in 2 days, and I lost 7 cents. Guys, poor me. I had a pity party, and only Ben and Jerry showed up with their chocolate therapy. But then I kept going, and I kept going, and I made $300 my first month. I told my husband that I was going to do whatever it took to succeed on Amazon and eBay. And at one point, he looked at me and he said, Becky, are you going to get up and clean the house? And guys, I know you can't see me right now, but I looked him square in the eyes and I said, no. I set a goal to earn my first 10K in 90 days. I wrote it down. I looked at it every single day, several times a day. And now that the new decade has started in 2020, I want you to do the same thing. Write your goals down. Put them where you can see them every single day. And now we have someone that blesses our home weekly with their amazing cleaning skills, all because I did that. Now, I had another fall. My first year when I was trying to learn Amazon, guys, I gained 50 pounds in 1 year. Now, I'm 5'3", and 50 pounds is not a good amount of weight to win, or not to win. Yeah, I won it all right, but not a lot of it's not good to gain 50 pounds in 1 year. It's not good to gain 50 pounds at all, but especially in 1 year. And if you don't know what 50 pounds of fat is, that's what it looks like. But I'll show you more about that shortly because I'm no one special. But listen, guys, I've been successful in my career. I still work a full-time career. I have a biology degree. I have a master's degree in Earth and Environmental Resource Management, and I also have an MBA, a Master's of Business Administration, from right here at the Citadel in Charleston, South Carolina. But listen, guys, I was drowning in debt. Please know that those degrees were out of necessity because I was drowning in student loan debt. I had to continue going to school just so I could defer my student loans because I couldn't afford to pay them. Have you ever felt like you were drowning in debt? In fact, it took me 8 long years to get my MBA, taking one course at a time. So remember earlier when I showed you that you were Superwoman and Superman, this was my hero. I was an unemployed hero. I was a master of degrees and shackled by crippling student loan debt. But listen, I am so proud of my degrees, but don't get me wrong. I'm proud of them because, guys, this is where I came from. This is the house that I grew up in, except when I was living there, it was pink. And I don't mean the Rainbow Road pink like in Charleston, South Carolina. I mean like Pepto-Bismol pink. This house had no central heating and air, cement floors, no carpet, no hot water heater. Guys, we had to boil water to take a bath. And this was in the 80s. In fact, the rent was $75 a month for a 9-room cinder block house. And it was $75 a month for 20 years. We were definitely the poorest family on the block, but my mom did the best that she could being single with 3 young kids. So I went to school, I became a laboratory director, and even now as a laboratory director, I've worked in the science industry for the past 24 years, but I want to help as many people as humanly possible. I'm just like you. I'm just a normal person that wanted to earn some extra money because my mission is to help 1,000 people earn their first dime online. Will you be my next success story? Now, you might be wondering if you can make any money with this. So I'm getting ready to show you some real results. In 2014, my very first year selling online, $405,529.80. I sold $7,662 from one source. Amazon's paying me. These are my documented tax forms. Here's another one in 2015. This is my husband's account, $96,377.90. And then our business account, $115,168.31. We currently have 3 Amazon accounts, but what I want to tell you is please, please, please ask Amazon. I don't want you to watch this webinar and say, oh, Becky had, actually I have 4 Amazon accounts because I have one that I train off of. But I don't want you to say, oh, Becky has 4 Amazon accounts. You need to ask for permission from Amazon before you do this. Okay, one day on Amazon, I'm sorry, my last screenshot that I showed, $328,934.52, November 15th, 2016. And guys, the reason is it doesn't matter what I can do, it's what I can help you do. Now, these results are not typical, but if you do what I show you to do, it is possible with selling your own branded product on Amazon. And I'm going to share with you what I believe is the way to crack the code on Amazon. I'm going to show you some more typical results from our members, but the main factor is that this is a very doable model for the average person to make some extra cash on the side. But listen, guys, I am no one special. So if you have me on a pedestal right now, I want you to pull me right back down. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, Becky's so incredible. Becky was able to do this. Becky was able to do that. I don't want you to blow me up in your mind right now. Like, wow, Becky, Becky, Becky. Because genuinely, I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't used to think that I could do this. You saw where I came from. You saw, well, you didn't see, but I'll tell you, my self-esteem was so low. But guys, this webinar is about you. It's not about me. It's about you. This webinar is about you private labeling your product, making your first dime online, and getting that product idea out of your head and private labeled as soon as possible. because I want to help you create your own private label product, regardless of your shape, your gender, your color, your background, or any excuses that you tell yourself about why you can't succeed. Now, to give you the goods, I polled some of my friends. These were people that had seen me become successful and folks that have created their own private label products already. Now, I actually did my research because I really wanted to understand why people don't private label. Why do people fail? And what I found, I asked Pam, this is Pam, she has a private label product in an extremely competitive niche. She was in the skincare niche. And I asked her, I said, Pam, in your opinion, what is the biggest reason people fail with private label? She said, I think the reason most people fail with private label is they don't know the right keywords to target and they don't have a clue how to create an effective marketing campaign. I said, girl, I get that. Thank you so much. This is Mike. Mike is a pastor. He's an amazing guy. I asked him the exact same thing. He said, in my opinion, the reason most people fail with private label is the research of the product they want to use. Picking the right product is the base for success in e-commerce and private label. And I said, Mike, I get that. Thank you so much. So I hope that you care about how much I care about getting you results here, because I haven't even gotten to the goods of this webinar yet. And I really want you to understand that this is about you being successful. One more here. This is Karen, amazing hairdresser out in Utah. I asked her, what is the biggest reason you feel people fail when private labeling? She said, I think one big reason is not making their product stand out. For example, the name, the label, the packaging, the description, etc. And I asked other people, what have other people said? They said, I don't know how to do it. It would take me too long. I might not make any money out of it. It would be too hard. And why would someone want to buy my product? Do any of these resonate with you? Let me know in the chat box if any of these reasons resonate with you about selling on Amazon or creating your own private label product. Yes, all of the above. Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right, they're flying in. Make money at it. Yes. Okay. So I hope that you're finding value in this webinar, because believe me, I'm getting ready to lift the roof off of this. I promise, if you listen to what I'm going to show you today, I promise you're going to make money faster than I did. I'm kind of like counting these on my fingers right now. You're going to have way much less stress than I did. You're going to genuinely, I don't want you to gain 50 pounds in 1 year, because I gained so much weight that year. It was ridiculous. And the reason is I didn't have a system in place. But don't worry, I'm going to show you that today, because when I first started out, I was invested more in my business than I was getting out. So right now, right here, if you don't have a pen and paper, I want you to grab it right now, because I'm going to zoom through 3 Cha-Ching secrets that you really want to know to have success on Amazon. So grab a piece of paper and a pen. The very first one, you can research and find your own products that are already selling on Amazon. And I'm going to prove that to you. I'm going to give you a system. It's going to blow your socks off. You're going to be cha-chinging along very, very soon. But I want you to remember this one thing, and I'm going to tell you in a second. It's very important that you remember this, and it is, you are incredible. And you can have a wildly successful private label product as long as you remember blank. And we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. I'm going to show that to you. And the third one, you don't need to be an expert or even a seasoned marketer to have your own private label product. So let me know real quick in the chat box, do you want me to go faster? Do you want me to go slower? I'm after some very, very honest feedback here. If the pace is good, the pace is great, just let me know. I'm going to take a sip of water, get going. Okay, pace seems fine. Good pace, good pace, good pace. Pace is great. Thank you for asking. Okay, here we go, guys. Very first one. You can research and find your own products that are already selling on Amazon. So quick question. Imagine that you have your first product picked and selling on Amazon, and you're making $50 per day profit on Amazon.com. What would an extra $50 per day or $1,500 per month do for you? Write in the chat box, let me know, what would you do with an extra $1,500 per month? Because I told you on this webinar, I'm going to share with you how you can make an extra $50 per day. So if you made it, you know, what would you do with it? Pay a lot of bills, pay down my debt, clear debt, pay for school, pay for student loans. Yes, that's the type of thing that you could do with just an extra $1,500 a day. Pay your mortgage on time, become remote, save money to move, pay your son's college, reinvest, pay down debt, and give back. Yes, they're all flying through here, but you get the logistics here. That's what you could do with an extra $1,500. Eliminate your mortgage and your car payments. Okay, so now I want you to imagine your second and your third product pick and selling, profiting $50 per day on Amazon.com. Just with 3 products now, and they're all profiting $50 per day. What would an extra $150 per day or $4,500 per month do for you? What would you do with an extra $4,500 per month? Now, retire your hubby. Yes, Cindy, that's exactly what I did. I retired my hubby. And you can do the exact same thing, an extra $4,500 per month. Pay down debt faster. Yes, yes. Okay, guys. Now you've seen all the gurus making all the money out there, but now it's your turn. It is your turn. And there is only one thing that you need. And I still see all the responses flying in. Help my mom be able to work from home, buy real estate, retire my son-in-law to build his trade business. Yes, guys, and you can do all that, but you only need one word. And if you're writing this down, I want you to write this down. This is the absolute one word that you need to learn. You need to master it. And this is the one word that helped me leverage. This is the word. It's system. To systemize your business, we need to get it to a point where it's free-flowing, it's seamless, it's absolutely just on steroids. That's the big point that I want you to get here. And don't worry if you're at this point and you're like, huh? A system? What's a system? I'm kind of freaking out, Becky. What does it actually mean? Don't worry. I'm going to show you what a system is. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to know. And, you know, people get easily distracted and anal retentive when they're watching these webinars online and all this stuff. And then you're like, you get crazy, right? And it's because you need a system. And this whole notion comes from this book called The E-Myth Revisited, Why Most Small Businesses Don't Work and What to Do About It by Michael Gerber. Guys, if you don't have that book, I want you to write it down, get it on audio, purchase it for yourself as a bit of a gift right now. I used to sell this book on Amazon many, many, many times before I read it. Actually, I would find them at Goodwill and flip them over on Amazon. And no wonder, because it's so popular. It's what every successful entrepreneur needs to know. And you need to do that as well. So this is Anita. And Anita said, Becky's training course was the perfect jumpstart for our private label supplemental company. We have had success since day one on Amazon. We truly appreciate her taking our calls even after the course. So I want you to watch, and I'm going to show you how an average girl like me started with no experience, no product, no website, no blog, no email list, no insider secrets, and no easy button. So what I'm going to share is the 4-step process to cracking the Amazon code. This is the exact same process that I used to select and launch a private label product and generate over 1.3 million in sales on Amazon part-time. So let me ask you a question. Why do some Amazon sellers make thousands while other e-commerce businesses make less than they could in a full-time job and struggle to make rent? The people that are making a ton of money have these 4 things in place, and the people that are struggling only tend to have 1 or 2 of these or none. But what I found is once you have these 4 pieces in place, it's pretty easy to crack the Amazon code. So today I want to talk to you about mastery. Mastery comes from focusing on things that won't change. It doesn't come from the latest gimmicks or fads or magic softwares or flavors of the month or TikTok or any of that thing. The world of e-commerce is constantly changing. This constant state of change confuses people and distracts them from the bedrock principles that never change. Because true masters in e-commerce, the multimillionaires, they focus on what won't change. Because what's the point in learning something if it's going to be outdated and useless in a week or a year? Mastering gimmicks leads you nowhere, but mastering the fundamentals of e-commerce sales leads to insane wealth. Do you know what the 4 main business fundamentals are in the e-commerce space? Clearly, cracking the Amazon code. The first thing that you need to do is you have to have the right product. The right product. You want to find a product that your audience wants. This is what true masters in e-commerce, the multimillionaires, they focus on finding the right product from the right place. That's the next thing that they find. And then the third thing to crack the Amazon code is the right price. You want to have the right price. You want to have to be able to position your product properly to your audience. You want high quality, targeted, converting traffic on a consistent basis. So the way to crack the Amazon code, I've found that if you have these 4 pieces in place, the product, the place, the price, and the promotion, that is how you will master the key to you building a long-term sustainable business versus just another, flash in the pan promotion that dies out in 2 months. So what is Amazon FBA? Fulfillment by Amazon. This is where you ship your products to Amazon. Amazon stores the products. Amazon picks and packs and ships the products. And Amazon provides the customer service and you get paid. Now, why is FBA the bomb? Why is fulfillment by Amazon so amazing? So first of all, you buy the product, whatever sourcing method you choose. And we're going to talk about the different sourcing methods. And if you've been watching my 20 days to 2020 e-commerce vision, I talked about every possible way that you can sell on Amazon. So whatever sourcing method you choose, you send the products to Amazon, or in my case, my supplier sends the products to Amazon. I do not touch a product other than a sample. Amazon stores your products. The customers purchase your products. Amazon picks and packs your products, and Amazon ships the products to the customer, and Amazon does all the customer service. So there's never been a better time to get involved with Amazon, to get involved with selling on Amazon. Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, he is the richest person in the world. Did you know that more than half of the United States has a Prime account? 3 out of 4 smartphones have the Amazon app installed. No company has more trust and more loyalty from its customers than the everything store, Amazon. A lot of people think Amazon is this huge everything store that sells everything, and they are, but they sell everything because of people like you and people like me. If you have a Prime membership, drop a me in the chat box right now. Let me know if you have a Prime membership, an Amazon Prime membership. Oh my gosh, it's flying. Lois, Judith, Kim, Tina, Loretta, Sharon. I can't read them fast. Jennifer, Kathy, Patty, Gordon, Becky, Nee. David said not yet. David, I know you're in Canada. You need to get an Amazon account, an Amazon Prime account. It's amazing. Carlton, Sabina, Tiffany, yes. Okay, guys, that's just proof. Just the people that are on this webinar and it's flying through, they're all saying me. And it's so amazing because you don't need to store any products at your house, and you don't need to hire any associates because Amazon does it for you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about product sources. Wholesale. Wholesale refers to a type of business that buys large quantities of goods directly from manufacturers or distributors, warehouses, and resells them to other businesses. Due to high volume purchases, wholesalers get lower prices. In general, wholesale is the sale of goods to anyone other than a standard consumer. Now, retail arbitrage. This is a fairly simple concept. Guys, this was me 5 years ago, my very first retail arbitrage trip. I went to Walmart. It was like 11 o'clock at night. This is where you buy products at a lower price, and then you sell them on Amazon. You flip them on Amazon for a higher price. So, and you get to keep the profit. And that was, I think that day, they were $7 in Walmart. They sold for $20 on Amazon. So approximately $7 profit per box. And they sold out in one day once they reached Amazon, because that's how hot that product was, and I knew it was. And then the very next day on my lunch break from work, I went to another Walmart and I bought these balloons, and I made $100 on my lunch break. I mean, that was how simple it is to go and clear the shelf. Now, caution, I personally do not clear the shelf. These were the purple boxes. There were like 3 whole shelves of those. I only took 1 shelf. I left 2 shelves, and for the water balloons, I left some of those there as well. But you know, you can do it how you want, but that's just how I did. I left some on the shelf. Online arbitrage is the exact same thing as retail arbitrage, except you click and ship the products either to your home to package for Amazon, or you can send them to package and prep centers to do it for you. And then private label involves finding generic products that are already selling well, creating your own packaging and logo, and marketing them better than your competition. So one thing with private label is there are people that are private labeling, but it's just another Me Too product. You need to set your product apart, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a few minutes. Also, when I first started, salmon. I bought salmon at Costco for $17, sold it for $49.95. The fillets, the salmon fillets, they were selling for $39 on Amazon. And what happens is, you know, with retail arbitrage, especially when you go to places like Costco and Thames, and I love retail arbitrage too. I don't have time to do it. It does take a lot of time for that one. But here's what I know. If you go out to YouTube right now and you watch all the YouTube videos, you know, where is everybody going? They're going to the Walmarts. They're going to the Rosses and TJ Maxx's and Marshalls. And those are all well and good. But where I recommend that you go, remember, when others are zigging, I'm zagging. The places that I recommend that you go are small specialty stores in your area. Meaning places like, you know, the Indian grocery store, the German grocery stores, the Mexican grocery stores, the horse tack farms, you know, the tack shops in your local area. And I'm sure you can find them wherever you are. But remember, when others are zigging, I want you to zag, because it's the same exact thing, and it's built on forming relationships. Now, if you've watched the 2020, there are some problems with sourcing. You don't own the product. It's usually name brands. Anyone can sell the product. It's the same UPC. You have to share the buy box, and you have to compete on price. And new sellers, they do something called the race to the bottom. And you're also limited on inventory when you're doing retail arbitrage, because you can only purchase what's on the shelf. But with private label, you own the product because you're the manufacturer. You get to customize the product and add value. You get to customize the packaging. You own the buy box, and you get to set your own price, and you control the inventory. So right now, we are getting ready to jump into the 4P process on Amazon. So the right product. First of all, you can look on eBay and find popular eBay products that are selling on eBay right now. You can look on Amazon for popular Amazon products, the department stores, the websites, magazine ads, touch list. Make a list of everything that you touch for a week. I mean, everything. The keyboard, the mouse, your coffee cup, the coffee machine, every single thing that you touch. I want you to make a list of it. And the most important one, I want you to listen. Listen to what people are excited about. Listen to what people are talking about. If you're on Facebook, I have gotten most of my private label products from watching people post things on the Facebook. All right, here's a major tip. I don't think I've ever shared it. Watching people post things on Facebook of brand names that they are super duper excited about, that's new to the market, And then I private label complementary products that are consumables or replenishables to products that they are so excited about. Okay? All right. So here we go. Right product. How to use Amazon for ideas. If you go to Amazon, you can search on Amazon. You see at the top, it's the best sellers, the hot new releases, the movers and the shakers, the most wished for, and the gift ideas. You can click over there and look in any department on Amazon. Now listen, if you're a new seller on Amazon, before you start this process, make sure that you are approved to sell in the category that you are looking at. So for example, maybe you clicked on industrial and scientific and you're not approved to sell in industrial and scientific or office products or whatever category. So just make sure that you are approved, and you can do that by like a quick Google search. And literally what I did, I typed in the word 50 because Big Papa was turning 50 a couple of years ago. And I could have closed my eyes and just thrown darts over on the left-hand side, but I went to home and kitchen, event and party supplies, cake decorating supplies, cake and cupcake toppers, cake toppers. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subcategories down. Write this down. The riches are in the niches. The riches are in the niches. So I want you to keep digging to the sub categories. So I typed in the word 50 for Big Papa's birthday, just clicked on those listings, and look what I ended up on. A plastic box. Okay, this says Ling's Moment 3 by 3 by 3 inch clear gift box, cupcake boxes, pack of 50 for wedding, party, baby shower favors. It has Amazon's choice. It has the Prime badge. The rank is 12,221. There's 1 FBA seller. It has 4.5 stars reviewed. So right here, guys, you can make money or you can make excuses. You know, a lot of people are like, I don't have the money to sell on Amazon. Well, you know, Francine, she ordered her first product on her credit card. She had her best month ever, $17,000 in December, and she broke through her 8K ceiling that she had. Another thing that I hear at this time is, I don't have time, and I'll figure out a way with the time that I have. And it's possible. You saw my time, you know, with making the Candy Crush offer or confusion and fear. I get it. There's a lot of information, misinformation out there. The good news that you can sell from anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you live, guys. Amazon is a worldwide economy. And one point I want to mention here, just what I'm showing you here, this is Amazon.com. Amazon is in many countries, and you can sell in those countries too. But the number one excuse is true financial freedom. True financial freedom is fear. So the process is simpler than you think. So before I jump into breaking down this listing, I made a ton of mistakes, and I would have done things very, very differently, like how to negotiate with my manufacturers, how to pay significantly less than my competitors do, how to find the right freight forwarder that takes your product from A to B, from the manufacturer to the Amazon warehouse, the different places to check the prices. It took me years to figure out all this, and gaining 50 pounds, like I said. So the product criteria that you want to look for when you do this process, the lowest price, $10. It has to be $10 and above. When you're first starting out, I want you to have a product less than 2 pounds. And that is to save on shipping, because shipping is expensive from overseas. We want to look for a product with great reviews. Now, here's the thing, not just great reviews, we want great, honest reviews. And I should add this on the slide, but you can go to a website called fakespot.com, fakespot.com. Type in the ASIN, which is the Amazon Standard Identification Number, and that website grades each seller's listing and says, this is the A, this is the B, this is the C, this is the D. Crystal, I'm going to actually type it here in the chat. It's fakespot.com, and that's where you can go right now. I'm sorry, I sent that all. Let me go here. Fakespot.com. There you go. that's where you can go to look at if it gives the product an F, because we don't want fake reviews. We want to know if this is a really good product, okay? The next thing is you want to look at the listing quality. You want to make sure it has a great listing quality. We're going to go over those parts in a second. And that BSR, the best seller rank, the lower, the better. So if you can find a private label product that is ranked less than, like let's say less than 15,000, then you're going to have a better time getting your product on the first page of Amazon. Because think about it. How many times have you gone shopping on Amazon and you don't even, you type in your keywords that you're looking for and you might buy the product that you see on the first page? How many, let me know in the chat, do you go to the second page, the third page, the fourth page? Let me just type like how far you go in the chat. I'm going to get a sip of water while you're typing that. Rarely, no. Page 2. Sabina says, I go deep. Good job, Sabina, because that's where you can find some really good deals on the same exact product. Rarely the first page, never. Number 2. Okay, so now that you know, if you want to go to the page 16 or 20 or whatever, sometimes you can get a cheaper price on the exact same product, okay? That's a tip for you as an Amazon buyer. But your goal when you launch a product is to sell one product 10 to 20 times a day. Now, I shared with you that I was going to show you the $50 per day strategy. If you aim for a $5 profit after all of your expenses per unit, you have one product at $5 profit and you just make 10 sales a day. You don't need to kill it. 10 sales a day. Guys, that's your $50 a day profit. Just making 10 sales a day. Now, if you had 5 products making 10 sales a day, that's $250 a day in a profit. So in 1 year, you could have $1,500 a month with one product, or with 5 products, you can have $7,500 a month. Now, look how simple this is. I typed in the word 50. It showed me a clear box, but Amazon showed me, hey, okay, first of all, I love to make data-driven decisions, but Amazon showed me, hey, the customers that looked at that clear box, they also viewed the white box, the ivory box, the rose laser cut box, the black box. You can see just by typing in the word 50, if you wanted, and all of these, every one of these has at least 4 stars for the different types of boxes. If you wanted, you could create your own private label product and call it like Bubba's Beautiful Boxes, B cubed. You know, that could be your new private label, B cubed for Bubba or Barbara's Beautiful Boxes. Just that simple, right? So here's the product criteria that I showed you that I was going to share with you. On Amazon, there are a couple of things that's super important. Number 1 is your title. Number 2 is the image. People on Amazon, they cannot touch your product, so they look at your product. Now, this is the 3x3x3 product, but look at this image here. Write this down. You've heard that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, on Amazon, a picture is worth $1,000 or more. So do not skimp on your pictures. No matter what you do, do not try to save money. Do not try to cut corners, because it's so, so important. So you have the title, you have the images, you have that it's prime, it's filled by FBA, and the bullet points here. Now look at something else on this listing. Not only is it the 3x3x3 boxes, but it's the 2x2x2 and the 4x4x4. So once again, B cubed, the Becky's Beautiful Boxes, Bubba's Beautiful Boxes, Barbara's Beautiful Boxes, and you can have 2x2x2, 3x3x3, 4x4x4 in the white, in the black, in the ivory, in the rose laser cut boxes, just from typing the word 50 in Amazon. You see the possibilities here. Okay, another thing you want to look for, customers' questions. This customer asked 18 questions, or some customers asked 18 questions. Look at sales data on this. They're selling for $27 and free shipping for 50 boxes. This software says it sells approximately 301 per month, so that's about 10 per day. Estimated revenue, $8,123.99. Guys, as I was sleeping, thousands were pouring into my account from my very first private label product. Here it is, 1,237 products in one day. And because I nailed it with my private label products and I took out the crap that wasn't working for me anymore, I found more product. Now, someone, I can't remember who, but they asked earlier, out of all my sales, how much was my profit? With this one day, total product sales, $18,220.25. My total profit that day was about a third, so maybe $6,800 profit in one day. That was after my cost of goods sold, after my shipping, after Amazon's fee, $6,800 in one day, guys. That's the cool thing. Once you know how to do this cool thing, once you know how, you nail the system, all you have to do is just duplicate it, because once you nail the system once, you just rinse and repeat. You just easily duplicate that. And because I just nailed it with my private label product, I refined it down. I took out the crap that wasn't working for me anymore. I found more products. It's the exact same system. So secret number 2, you are incredible and you can have a wildly successful private label product as long as you remember blank. Now listen up, because this one is so important, guys. You have to know your why. You have to know your why. You always hear you need a why that makes you cry. This one is so important. You have to know your why, and you need to take action in spite of your fears and your challenges. So this is my why. This is me, Big Papa, Cameron, and Carson, our 2 boys. I need to add my nephew's picture in here. I don't have him on this. I need to update this slide, but he is my why as well. And if you don't know your why, you'll never have enough gumption to get through the inevitable challenges. And I promise you, life is going to throw you some curveballs, because even if I give you everything, I do believe that you're going to be tested a little bit. But if you have a system, it's going to make it a ton easier. Now remember, I shared with you that I was going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, so that you'll know just how bad it got for me. And in spite of all that, I was still successful. So who's ready? Who's ready for me to show you the actual truth without any BS, without any crap? Who wants to know the real truth? Judith says me. Tina says me. Bill says ready and waiting. Jennifer, me. Lois, truth. Gina says yes, I'm ready. Crystal says, Michelle says, I'm ready. Kathy says me. Okay, here we go, guys. So the bad. I'm going to start with the bad, because while zooming through the bad, I'm going to get to the good as fast as possible. I sat in that blue plastic hospital chair leaning over that tiny incubator crying. My newborn baby was sick. I couldn't pay the hospital bills. I was buried in student loan debt, and I'd been trying for ages to make money online, but I was struggling bad. And as I looked at my little baby fighting for his life, I knew I could do better. I had to do better. I was trying and failing to do too many things all at once. I needed to get organized. So right there in that little blue chair, I started planning. There was no more guesswork, no more trying to get lucky. I needed a system, something that I could rely on again and again to make me money. And that day changed my life. From that day on, I tested and tweaked and perfected the system that I use to this day to blow away the competition in every niche that I enter. They call me the Amazon Queen for a reason. So just how good is that system? Well, I just showed you $18,220.25 in sales in one day. It helped me pay off my student loan debt and those hospital bills. I literally created my e-commerce business plan from sitting there in that blue chair. Now, I know there's some people listening to me right now on this webinar, and I know that you're in the thick of it. You should be nodding your head right now saying, yes, Becky, I understand. Guys, I sold just the right shoe. I had hundreds of them. I spent thousands of dollars on them. I was flipping code 3 fire trucks. I was working on my MBA at the time. I was learning about supply chain management. And both of these products, they were private label products that I was flipping, but I didn't know how. I wanted to make my own private label. I didn't have a system, but I worked my butt off and I tried so hard to make it work and it still didn't work. But then, speaking of, what happened to my baby boy? Well, he got a lot better. He's now a happy, healthy 15-year-old who makes over $500 a day while sitting in his class at school. That's right. I taught him the system, and now he makes more than his teacher. He didn't know how to start a business. He needed some guidance. He did have to borrow some money from me, buying products, launching products, and setting up his site. He was nervous for his first sale. He's like, Mom, what happens if it doesn't sell? And I was like, are you proud of yourself? You followed a plan. It's good to be nervous, but you keep going until you succeed. $500 while at school. That's a teaching moment here. So you made $500 at school. How much do you get paid to cut grass? It's like $35. And I said, and how many yards do you need to cut? He said about 15. So you made $500 while you're at school without sweating. Guys, the entrepreneur's bug bit him. I get to make a difference in the lives of others. This is the good as well. This is Barbara. Barbara was 79 years old when I met her 5 years ago. I helped her sell her products online. This is Amy. Amy was like, I am officially debt-free thanks to eBay and Amazon. No house payments, no car payments, no student loans. Amy lives in Kentucky, and not only was she able to be debt-free for her, she bought her mom a home and her dad a home with her profits from e-commerce. This is another great story. This is Debbie and John. They are celebrating their 25th silver wedding anniversary in Mexico. This was last year. And guys, this was super important to me because before e-commerce, they had been married 25 years, never had a honeymoon, and never took a vacation. And this is their 25th silver wedding anniversary. This is Andes Halliburton. He was like, Becky is a real person, and the system that she has worked. I met her here 6 months ago, and I was able to quit my job, enjoy the luxury that comes with working on my own time from anywhere, preferably the beach. I get to make a difference in the lives of others. This is Julie. Julie's from Canada. I won't read this to you, but it basically says she was out running some errands. She saw a company. She went and asked them if they sold on Amazon. They told her that they did sell fulfilled by merchant. They were in Canada on Amazon.ca, but they didn't promote, and they private label, and they are in major Canadian retail stores, and they're not in the US. So she's starting this journey, following my instructions to a T, and she's going to be private labeling these products. Thanks, Becky. You gave me the confidence to do this. I was also able to take our family on a Disney cruise. If you've never done that, it's amazing. I absolutely recommend that you do it. It was so amazing to, watch my boys on a Disney cruise. Now, I told you I was also going to share with you the ugly. Guys, I came home. I had 61 unshipped orders from work. It said you must confirm your shipment in order to be paid. This was my first month on Amazon, and my Amazon account was suspended. Now, these are some screenshots back in 2014. Listen, if you get this little red flag for Amazon Seller Central, you need to pay attention. They had $35,000 of my money, and I promised you, I wanted to give up. It was like I'd been punched in the gut, like someone threw me off a building, like it was a bad dream that just wouldn't end. I got home, I opened my Amazon account, and I saw that $35,000 in sales, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I was on cloud 9 until I saw that little weird notification. I clicked on it, and that's when they pulled the rug up from under me, and my account was suspended. Amazon was holding all my money. So why am I telling you this? Why in my right mind would I tell you about every Amazon seller's worst nightmare? Because I beat it. I'm not trying to scare you. It's the opposite. I've made every mistake in the book, so you don't have to. I figured out why Amazon shut me down. They shut me down because I mailed 200 packages in one day. I was trying to be cheap. and I didn't provide a tracking number as a new seller on Amazon, and they made me wait 30 days. They made me, well, they didn't make me, but they asked me to contact every one of those sellers, or I'm sorry, Amazon buyers, and ask them to leave me feedback. So here's something very important for you buyers that receive your Amazon Prime products. Please leave feedback. Please tell your friends to leave feedback, because most people don't know that they are helping people like you and like me leave feedback for our products so that we don't end up on fakespot.com, because you are a real Amazon buyer leaving real reviews on Amazon. Okay, selling your own product is amazing, and my secret is this. I would imagine my boys with tons of student loan debt and no inheritance. That was my stick. That was my bad thing. That's what I wanted to get away from. But then I would imagine them with an awesome education, no student loan debt, and an inheritance. That was my carrot. That's what I wanted to go towards, that, because they're my why. So I want you to think about your stick. What do you want to move away from? And your carrot, what do you want to move toward? So the concept that I want you to understand is that you have to have a stick and a carrot. You need to create a really big going towards goal and move away from your stick. Let that baggage go. I want you to do that for yourself right now. Seriously, write it down. Write this down. If I don't create my successful private label product, blank will happen. Write that down on your paper. And then also write, when I do create my successful private label product, blank will happen. So I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to write that on your paper. Okay, I took a sip of water, so now your 5 seconds is up. We're going to go to the right place. The right place, sourcing your product. Number 2, where can you get your product from? You can get it from AliExpress and or Alibaba. This is that same 3x3x3 plastic box. They're selling for about 11 cents each. Remember on Amazon, they were selling for like $28 for 50. They're selling 11 cents each. If you purchase them like on Alibaba.com, you can get them cheaper for about 9 cents each. But here's the thing. For the third P, the right price, you always, always, always want to give a sample. Now, when you ask for a sample of your product, let's pretend that it's that plastic box, and they say it's going to be $50, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, it's just a plastic box, for Pete's sake. Guys, remember, that box has to get on an airplane, and airplane fuel is not cheap. So what you want to do in this case is you want to negotiate and say, hey, if I pay $30 to $50 per sample and I place a larger order, can I get the $30 or $50 back? And most of the time they will reimburse you the sample price, but you just need to ask and put that in your negotiations. So just to recap, the right place and the right price. You can find those products on Alibaba and AliExpress. You can use filters on those websites to find the best sellers. Contact your supplier with any specific questions that you have about your product. Respond to suppliers that email you back. Always order your test samples, and you place your first order and you wait. And while you're waiting, that's when you work on your 4th P, your promotion P, while you're waiting. So we're going to talk about the 4th P, which is promotion. 5 to 6 high quality images. Remember what I said, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but on Amazon, a picture is worth $1,000. You want to have great title, use keywords, 5 bullet points that share the benefits and the features of your product. In your description, you want to write the details, the benefits, the call to action, and your listing optimization and your sales. It's how you rank for keywords, because guys, let's face it, everybody else is selling products on Amazon. I'm selling keywords, and I'm going to show you how to sell keywords, because we make data-driven decisions. So if you have great images, you have an amazing title, and you have those reviews we talked about, that's when you start getting conversions. Now, I just wanted to show you on this page, we have the great title, we have the great images, we have the great bullet points, But look at this description. I put this on here because this description sucks. This is not how you want to write a description, okay? And for this site, this is not how you want to write bullet points either. They're boring. They just share with you the features. They don't share any benefits of how it's going to help you provide amazing s'mores when you go on to give as a Christmas gift, right? That's what you have to do. You have to paint the picture in the customer's mind using your photos and your words. That's how you do the promotion. So you can create a Facebook page to promote your item. You can use mini chat. You can build an email list. But during number 4, the promotion, only thing you're focusing on, sales and reviews, sales and reviews, sales and reviews. Forget about blogging. Forget about building a website. Forget about the multiple social media channels. Like, oh, I got to put it on Facebook and Instagram and Periscope and Snapchat and Twitter and YouTube. No. Sales and reviews. Sales and reviews. That's all you're focused on. So just a recap of the 4 P's. The right product from the right place at the right price and with the right promotion. So guys, the bottom line is I'm just an average girl that decided to try this Amazon business. Here's me and my laboratory director. That was back in 2011 at Boss's Day. And then me wearing my Amazon Queen tiara. How many of you would like to get addicted to receiving these emails every 2 weeks? I remember the first time I received 20K deposited directly into my checking account back in 2014, and then 50K, and then 75K, and then on and on and on. This says your payment's on its way, all the way like March of 2018 to December of 2018, every 2 weeks like clockwork. Here's January to June of 2019, every 2 weeks like clockwork. Here is July to just December 29th, 2019, every 2 weeks like clockwork. Okay, secret number 3, you don't need to be an expert or even a seasoned marketer to have your own private label product. Your first private label product. This was my first private label product. What a complete chaotic mess. This was my second private label product that I had. Complete chaotic mess. This is what I want for you. I want you to go from A to $. Now, I have a question for you. A few minutes ago, when I asked you to write down your stick and your carrot, did you do it? Let me know in the chat box right now if you physically wrote down or typed out or something your stick and your carrot. Yes, yes, I did. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, you guys are freaking supernovas. Well done. I think the world of you for taking action, because action takers are what makes success happen. Now look at this, guys. Butt face soap. Are you kidding me? 660 sales a month for a bar soap that says white side, wash your face, brown side, wash your butt. You know, that's 22 sales per day. Estimated revenue in 1 month, $4,415.40. Guys, if they can do it, you can do it too. If they can private label, you know, just the right shoes, the Code 3 fire trucks, the unicorn poop, the butt face soap, the lemon squeezers, Carcinia Cambodia, you just need to find the way to do it. So let me ask you a question. Here we go. What's better, to invent a brand new product or to model one that is already selling? So let me know in the chat box, what do you think is better? Invent a brand new product or model one that is already selling? All right, they're flying. B, 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 model, 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 B, 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 model one, model. Okay, you got it, model. It's easier if you model what is working. So here's that 3x3x3 clear plastic tuck top PVC cupcake wedding party box on Alibaba, 9 cents each. Here it is on Amazon, $27 for 50, and you can buy one of them for 9 cents each. It's easier if you model what's working. So here it is again. It's 9 cents. But look what Amazon tells you right here. Amazon says, hey, the people, the buyers on Amazon that bought that clear plastic box, they also bought this twine. And this twine is $6.99. So it increased your AOV, your average order value, by $7 because you added the twine. So I know somewhere earlier in the chat box I was reading as I was talking, and someone said, I need to find a product that's a little different from what everybody else has. So look, Amazon shows you how to be different by bundling this twine and this box. Now it added an extra $7, but you could buy that twine for 56 cents. Now, yes, it's going to cost maybe $1 or so to ship it to you, but $7 by you investing an extra $1.50, and you increase your order value 9 cents, you know, for one box. Now, granted, this is for 50 boxes, but Amazon told you they're sold together. All right, here's another example. 80 cents for magnetic eyelashes. One pair or 4 pieces sells for $17.99 on Amazon, and it has the #1 new release badge in lash enhancers and primers. Guys, if they can do it, you can do it. I really and truly hope that you're getting this right now. So here's another one, Vital Travel Buddy. These are little travel things that you need. Look at these pictures. You know, they just threw these pictures in the suitcase with the baby going on vacation. It's like, that's amazing, right? It's showing people how they can use the product and get a benefit from the product. Now, you get it. You don't have to be an expert. All they did was take some of their expertise and created a private label product. You don't have to know absolutely everything right now to do this. Okay, look at this one. It's easier if you model what's working. Here is a shoe light for 50 cents on Amazon. Sorry, my little puppy's squealing. 50 cents on Amazon, selling for $10.99 on Amazon. Sorry, it was 50 cents on Alibaba, selling for $10.99 on Amazon. And look at, here's another one here. Sorry, I'm picking up my puppy now. 33 cents for a silicone gel toe protector, selling on Amazon for $10.44, size small for 6 of them. Okay, here's Drew. Drew is from India. He said, I saw your videos over and over. I have suggested you to Chinese friends and Indian ones too who want help. I had 7 sales today. I changed my title and keywords to for darts. He was selling darts, which made it possible, but you helped me a lot, so I am thankful to you. I have the brains, but I really felt nervous when the product was failing as I lacked experience. So meet Drew. He's from India. He had invested in other courses, and when he came to me, he had a failing dart product. And seriously, all he did was leverage the system that I put in place. So then a few years went by, and he sent me a message a few months back, and he's like, ma'am, hey, ma'am. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? He said, all good. I launched 2 more products. Actually, I had taken your course long back, remember? And I was like, Drew, great to hear from you. I do remember. How are the new product launches? They took off like a rocket, I hope. And he said, yes, it's good. I need your help today. You have been a fantastic mentor. So guys, Drew just followed the 3 Cha-Ching Secrets, how you can research and find your own products that are already selling on Amazon, how you are incredible and you can have a wildly successful private label product as long as you remember blank, and you don't need to be an expert or even a seasoned marketer to have your own private label product. This is exciting, right? Okay, so when my product started becoming successful, I was like, holy crap, everyone needs a private label product. So now I look around and I see private label ideas everywhere. It's kind of like if you're doing retail arbitrage right now, you can't even go into a store without scanning. That's how I am with private label products. So let me ask you, who is tired of not having a profitable private label product, like a wildly successful product that makes a difference in the world, that sets you apart from everyone else? Judith, I have 2, 3 Judiths on here. Me, Calhoun, Judith Calhoun, John, Nikki, me, Lorraine, just getting started. Me, said Sharon. New concept for me, said Cindy. George is saying me. Tanya saying me. Beth is saying me. Awesome. Okay. And who of you would like a 100% full, no secrets look at exactly how to create your own private label product? Stacy is saying me. Yes. Cindy's me. Okay, so guys, this is your private label product from A to dollar signs. I don't want your first private label product to look like this. I don't even want your second private label product to look like that. I want your private label product to go from A to dollar signs, but more importantly, I want you to do it with happiness, because remember, I gained 50 pounds in 1 year. But guys, I'm a go-getter. I am trying so hard to get that weight back off now. I've already lost 15 of the pounds. So if you watch me on Facebook, you see me throughout the years. I'm always talking about my weight loss journey, in addition to my Amazon goals, in addition to my personal goal to, become a distinguished Toastmaster by June of 2020. I am a goal-oriented person, and I wanted to show you. I know that I went really, really fast on this webinar, and I know most of you are really excited and you want to know what the first step is. I know it's really exciting. I know you want to know, how do I find products? Where do I get the products? I wish I could share all that with you right now, but I've got an amazing husband, 2 very active boys, a full-time career, and a business to run. But I've put together this really cool program which will take you through this whole process so that you can have a little business. How many of you guys want a little side business like that? I put it together. It's called the Cha-Ching Private Label Course, because it can literally have you cha-chinging along really, really soon. Now, initially, you're going to have to spend the first few months with some setup time, and literally you can knock this out on the weekend or staying up a little later or getting up a little earlier, but it's going to take some time till you get the system set up and working, and then it's done. Okay, so I'm going to get ready to introduce you to this. I've been going so fast. It's fan-freaking-tastic. Listen, guys, the Cha-Ching Private Label Course is everything that you need. So it shows you how to find the right product, how to find the right place, how to get the right price, how to offer the right promotion. Tennille said, I can't believe my first test product sold after only 1 month after purchasing the private label course. Then after my product went live on Amazon, I had organic sales without PPC or pay per click. Thanks, Becky. This is amazing. Remember Pam? Pam said, what I love most about working with Becky is her ability to drill down to the best keywords for a product. I entered the market with 2 highly competitive products in one of the toughest selling niches, and within the first few days, I saw my products ranking on Amazon, because that's what you want, right? You want to get on page number 1. And now, weeks later, we're averaging 2 to 3 sales organically per day. Then I get this. Oh my God, this is crazy. The blank is now at 12,640 and number 95 in its main category. And the other product is 33,734 and number 30 in its main category. Don't mind me. I'm just a tad bit excited to see all of this play out in real time. Okay, guys, I want you to think about this for a second. What are just 5 private label products worth to you? Think about it. Have 5 products making $5 profit. Each of them make 10 sales a day. That's 50 sales a day, $250 a day, $7,500 a month. Or you could just have 2 products selling $15 profit per day. You can make more profit, and each of them are selling 10 a day. That's $300 a day profit, or $9,000 a month. Okay, there's 7.125 billion people in this world. Do you think you can make 20 sales a day? I want to set you up for success. It's really, really important to me that, most people, I like run around my house like a chicken with my head cut off, because when people say, Becky, I made money. Becky, I just sold my first private label product. Becky, I just earned my first dime online. It's way cool. I want that. That's the pleasure that I want in my life. And I have helped thousands of people get it. So have you ever wondered what it's really like to be an Amazon seller? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I felt like not launching the private label course. I don't want to do it. You know, nobody wants to learn from me. My mentor even told me, he said, Becky, why are you going to waste time making a course when you can spend that time researching more products to sell? And I was like, oh my gosh, Becky, pull your head out of your butt, get out there and help people. And I could have given up, but I didn't. So here's my personal guarantee to you. I'm 100% confident that if you do what I tell you to do, you will succeed. Another thing that I know is not everyone that's watching this webinar right now live is ready for private label. I know that you're not. So just to see where you are on your Amazon journey, I want to invite you to schedule a call with me. Right now, you can go to beckythames.com/call. I have set some times up for after work and actually this weekend because Big Papa and my boys are going hunting. So I'll have time to devote to helping you get up and running on Amazon. So go over to beckythames.com/call. Let me know if you have any questions. I am here. I'm going to answer questions. I'm going to cut the light back on and cut the camera back on and answer your questions. So go to beckythames.com/call, write your questions in the chat box, and I'm going to cut these lights back on. And one more here. You get my little puppy. Come here, Roscoe. Come here, baby. And Roscoe and I are going to answer any questions that you have. All right, I got Roscoe here. Let's see, there's some questions. That's a really, really good question. Let me see how I put this video back on. Okay, here we are. Here's Roscoe. Say hi, Roscoe. No kisses right now. Say Happy New Year to everybody. Oh, he didn't like that. Okay, Crystal said, is this OA wholesale or private label? Crystal, that's a really good question. What I described in this video is private label, and this is where every Amazon seller should be striving to get to private label. Private label does cost more money. If you watch my 20 days to the year 2020 e-commerce vision, it's like the center of the bullseye. It's like the center right here, right? This is where you want to hit. There's like a lot of retail arbitrage, a lot of online arbitrage, fewer wholesale, and then right here in the middle is private label. And that's like what you want to do when you're selling online. You want to, you know, maybe if you have more time than money, you want to start out in retail arbitrage or online arbitrage or wholesale, or maybe you want to jump right into private label, or maybe you want to go to China. I'm going to China in April. I'd love for you to go to China with me, or maybe you're already doing private label. I have a way that you can get connected to over 50 6, 7, and 8-figure earners on Amazon. It's a mastermind. There is a charge for it. There is an annual charge for it. We meet every week. It's amazing. If that's something, you know, maybe you're doing it and you're like, I'm already private labeling. I want to take it to the next thing. Cindy says wholesale and private label, it seems like the same thing. What's the difference? Great question, Cindy. Okay, so the difference is with wholesale, it's already maybe a name brand product that's already on the market. Somebody has already manufactured it and you're just going to buy it cheaper. And then with private label, you are the manufacturer. You're going to design the product. You're going to design the packaging. You're going to design everything about the product. And that's the difference between wholesale, it's somebody else's product, and private label, it's your baby, your product. Crystal says, do you run PPC campaigns in the beginning to launch your product? If so, do you have a max you spend so it does not eat up your profit? So Crystal, yes, and that's what I was going to say with the 4 Ps, hold on, puppy's going to jump down, good deal. With the 4 Ps in the promotion, what a lot of people do is they spend all their money up front, you know, buying the product and bringing it to market, and they forget about that 4th P. and that's why they fail. So you need to budget appropriately for the fourth P, for the pay-per-click on Amazon, because Amazon will promote your product to the millions and millions of customers on Amazon, but you have to pay to play. So the max that you spend depends on your budget and looking at the data to make a decision of how much it's going to take for your product, your keywords, to get to page number 1. Lois said, under promotion, I think you said focus on sales and reviews while you wait to launch a product. Is that right? If so, how? Yes, Lois, there are many ways that you can promote a product. One, the Amazon PPC, you can offer rebates. I'm looking over here. I should be looking right here. Sorry. You can run PPC. You can run Facebook ads. All of these take money to do that. So that's why you have to have a marketing budget when you do that. Exactly. David said this is why you do one private label product at a time, and that is so true. Even though I've been on Amazon a lot, I only have 13 products, 13 selling on Amazon right now. And it's true. Like this year in 2019, you saw I only launched one new product because it does take time. And that's why if you're looking to, put food on your table tomorrow, do not do private label. And that's why I want everybody to call me, because I know private label is not for everyone. I want to come up with your own strategic plan to sell on Amazon. What would you say is a minimum budget to get started with private label? Lois, I would set aside at least $5,000, and that's for the 4 Ps. I am under the impression that you start with a smaller quantity. Like, I don't think you should order 2,000 products. I think you should test the market first with a smaller amount. You need to know how to negotiate with the suppliers so that you can get the smaller amounts and not invest in 2,000 products, 3,000 products, and then they may be sitting in your garage and you can't do anything with them. Great question. Okay, any other questions? Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Oh wait, I do have, Crystal asked another question. Do you have a min or max quantity to order from your supplier you found works best to purchase when first launching a product? Crystal, once again, you need to look at the data. The data will tell you how many products you need to sell to get it on the first page. But then you also want to do some great forecasting so that you don't run out of product after you invested your time and your money to get it to the first page. You want to keep it there, right? Because you said in the webinar, hey, I rarely go past page 1 or 2. A few of you went to page 16 or 17. Those are the savvy shoppers, or they know a lot about Amazon. But most people don't. They're at like page 1 or page 2. But do know, there could be 4 pages or 20 pages selling similar products. For example, if you're searching for a keyword and there's 25 pages of that exact same product, and you're just scrolling, and maybe it's a different color and nothing else, that's a me too product. So you do not want to private label that product. Okay. Great questions, guys. Thank you so much. I enjoyed hanging out with you today and sharing with you how you can make $50 per day on Amazon, even if you've never sold online before. I want to invite each one of you to connect with me if all the times are filled by the time you go over there, because this replay will go out to thousands of people as well. I want you to send me a message, and I will I'll schedule a time to call with you if the calls are already filled. When you go to beckythames.com/call, I'm going to type it in, beckythames.com/call. David said, this really helps. Now I know how much I need to start with. Awesome. Tiffany said, thank you, Becky. Awesome, guys. I hope you learned something today. I hope you'll share this. I actually went live in my Facebook group as well, in the Cha-Ching Facebook group. Let me put that in here too. If you're not connected with me in my Facebook group, I want to invite you, Cha-Ching with Becky Thames. I want to invite you to connect with me in the group. Lee said it was very helpful. Guys, thank you so, so much. I enjoyed it. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing new year. Write your goals down and just crush them this year. It's 2020 and there's plenty in 2020. Have an amazing, amazing day. Remember, sell more so you can give more. Bye.